Hi, my name is Skylar Aguado, and I will be talking about cross-sex friendships. In late childhood, we gradually learn that friendships involve the satisfaction of the needs of others as well as our own. As we try to understand these interpersonal needs, it is useful to examine possible differences between males and females. A number of scholars describe gender differences in communication by noting that men tend to value instrumental behavior, emphasize individual achievement, and focus on activities, whereas women tend to value effective behavior, emphasize relationships, and focus on communication. Deborah Tannen, a well-known linguist, suggests that men and women define conversation in very different ways. She states that for men, conversations are negotiations in which people try to achieve and maintain the upper hand if they can, and protect themselves from others' attempts to put them down and push them around. In contrast, for women, conversations are negotiations for closeness in which people try to seek and give confirmation and support and to reach consensus. Women try to protect themselves from getting pushed away. The complementary nature of these two perspectives allow both men and women to bring important strengths to their cross-gender friendships. It is important to note that men and women are more similar than they are different. They both value interpersonal relationships, benefit from the social support within their friendship, and both fear isolation and loneliness. A great deal of research verifies the fact that we are more likely to develop friendships with people we are exposed to more often. The book is an example about sharing an office or a classroom. We are more likely to form friendships in these settings than from people we rarely see in passing. Now, according to Davis and Todd's research, friendship has the same characteristics as love, but they have lower levels of fascination, exclusiveness, sexual desire, caring, and potential for experiencing enjoyment. Recent research on cross-sex friendships among heterosexual individuals indicates that boundaries between love and friendship are sometimes blurred. Maybe one person has a romantic intent, but the other person does not, making it difficult to determine whether the relationship is just a friendship or something more. Negotiating cross-sex friendships can be challenging and sometimes require special effort to define or maintain them. Many cross-sex friends end up talking about the relationship in an attempt to clarify exactly what kind of connection they have or want to have. Sometimes friends explicitly talk about not wanting a romantic relationship for fear of damaging the friendship. Other times, cross-sex friends begin to subtly signal their intentions towards a romantic relationship by flirting or exhibiting affection, whereas those who don't want to move forward into anything romantic might talk about someone else excessively about how attractive they are in order to give a hint to their friend that they're not interested in them romantically. However, even clear signals do not define the relationship forever. Sometimes people who fully intend to remain just friends change their mind and begin to develop a level of passion and caring that they were not expecting at all. Now, not all friends are the same, and not all manifest the characteristics of an ideal friendship. However, the closer the friendship, the more likely one will perceive the other as trustworthy, dependable, and supportive. The best of friends are able to keep your secrets, protect your vulnerabilities, stand up for you, and disclose personal feelings or problems back to you, so it's a two-way street. Another key determiner of closeness is friends that can communicate with ease during small talk. Male-female relationships decrease drastically after college, especially when the participants develop other romantic relationships. However, the friendships that do persist may still end. The reason this can happen is because the relationship no longer meets your needs, or maybe you dislike something about the person's behavior. For example, one of my best guy friends and I were attending community college, we're both in relationships, and then he became single and tried to pursue old feelings that we had for each other prior to the relationship. He was a great friend and he was so much fun to be around, but his disregard for my current relationship was not okay. So we just stopped talking and hanging out until recently when he got back with his girlfriend. He apologized for his actions, and we're still friends today. This story is a great example of passive avoidance. We didn't have a huge fight that ended our friendship, but like most ending friendships, it was gradual and we left the door open to resuscitate the friendship at a later date, which I'm so happy we did 4 months later. The most meaningful thing that I learned in interpersonal communication and that I will hold on to in the future is that trust is composed of 3 primary prescriptions: predictability, dependability, and faith. This is so meaningful because